Well, as we saw in that report, the giant panda's new status represents progress, but there's still much work ahead to save the species. I discussed this with Suzanne Braden. She's director of Pandas International.
For many years, we did not see much of an increase, so even an increase of 300 is a significant step in the right direction for conservation of the giant pandas.
What actually changes once the giant panda status changes from endangered, I should say it's already changed, from endangered to vulnerable? What does that mean exactly?
I worry a great deal about what it means. There may be unintended consequences. People may become more complacent about their conservation and think there's no need for further conservation, and that is not the case.
What do you think would have happened to the giant panda if not for the efforts of countries like China? And with that, how important is it that pandas are housed in zoos around the world?
The zoo population doesn't really contribute to the saving of the species and conservation. The work being done by the giant panda research programs in China, it does, and they should be praised excessively for the great efforts that they've put forth. It's the research centers that are helping get these numbers up and save this species.
There have been a couple of attempts to introduce pandas into the wild, but it wasn't successful. Why is that?
Well, there have been 5 giant pandas reintroduced into the wild. 2 that we know, unfortunately and very sadly, have died. But to the best of our knowledge, the other 3 are thriving at this point in time. Your question leads me to another point. I think that's one reason that the decision was a bit premature to declassify them, because we have not had enough success with the reintroduction. We need to increase the gene pool through reintroduction, and we are not claiming success yet on that project.
And of course, another concern, Suzanne, is climate change. By some estimates, it's predicted it'll wipe out 1/3 of the panda's bamboo habitat in the next 80 years. So the success may be short-lived.
Oh, totally. You're 100% correct. That is another reason that we feel it was premature, that the declassification, we don't know what effect climate change will have, but we fear it will be for the worse. If indeed 1/3 of their bamboo is lost, that is their home, that's their habitat, and that is their food source, so they will be losing their food source. I'd hate to see them declassified, then in 20, 30 years they have to be reclassified endangered, and then sort of restart a lot of conservation efforts.
And Suzanne, we've heard before that when you save the panda and its habitat, you're also saving other wildlife. So is this good news for more than just pandas?
The pandas are what we call an umbrella species, or a flagship species. So any conservation efforts to save the giant pandas helps to save, there's approximately 4,000 other species of plants and flora and fauna and animals that are in their same habitat. So all of our conservation efforts to save the giant pandas have a significant impact on the entire ecosystem.
Suzanne Braden, Director of Pandas International, thank you so much.
Thank you.